Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. I always begin with my take on affirmations and how, in order to have them work or even partially work, you have to accept certain premises. And the inner assurance that rules my life relative to affirmations is every idea that I accept, I begin to execute. Or I should say, that whatever I claim and feel to be true, my subconscious mind brings forth and faithfully reproduces as condition, event, and circumstance. So, if that's true, and I believe it is, I select the thoughts that bless, heal, inspire, and fill me with joy. I let go of reasoning about this. I don't argue with myself controversially. I just attune to the positive will of my conscious mind, and I put out there what it is I want, what it is I'd like to see in the world, in myself, in other people, and let my own subconscious, through the law of attraction, that which is like unto itself is drawn, bring those things into my life. So I don't work hard at it. I let it be. And then I bring myself to understanding this next aspect of looking at my life and the time that I've lived, which has to do with what I call honoring the past, animating the present, and imagining the future. Honoring the past has to do with what our ancestors have bequeathed to us. There's a cultural and genetic imprint that each person experiences. There's blessings, no doubt, that have been left to us by those who came before for our benefit. But it's not only their wisdom, it's also their folly. So we have to follow their good and noble examples, but take heed of their superstitions and ignorance and don't follow that. So tradition helps create linking, and yet sometimes, especially when I talk about the hero's journey, the individual has to go against the monolithic system. There's an expansion, contraction that's always working. There's continuity by staying with the old, but there's also innovation by doing something with the new. So if you don't want the structures to become a stricture, you don't want rote learning to just be mind numbing. Instead of taking instruction, you have to find what education is, how to lead forth from within you, what's the best that you have. And then we create a hybridization between the ancient and the contemporary, cross-pollination, cross-fertilization. And of course, eventually we have to have a global mindset, because if it doesn't include everybody, it just doesn't work. Once we do that, then we can start working on uninhibited expression in the here and now. How do you follow your bliss? How do you touch the center where creativity emanates from? Because there's something about each individual that's never been seen on land, air, sea before. It has a unique contribution or gift of service to give to the world. So you animate your present by doing your thing. The earth is never hurt by a bad dance, so get out there, bring your swag, strut your stuff, find out what healthy narcissism is all about. Everybody has a light, everybody should shine it, and everybody should be blessed by it. So make it so. Engage in action from that point of clarity within yourself. As I used to say to my college students, if you're not proactive, by default, you go to chaos. So live this historical moment. Ask yourself, what am I sitting on now? What am I not risking? Because the world is so in need of what you have to give. And then you move into honoring the future. Is the future worth having? I always say it is, but what's your vision of it? You can't farm this out to somebody else. So how do you find what's going to protect the future? What's going to create a safe future? How do we encourage people to nurture each other, to care for each other? Not only just in its initial stages, but remember the changes that we're interested in making at a societal and global level. The heels have been dug in for hundreds of years. Can't change that which has existed for centuries overnight. It's going to take ongoing work, days, weeks, months, years, decades, and intergenerationally passing it on so that we have a vision of an earth that works for everybody, where we can cooperate with each other, bring out the best, as I like to say. As you get older, this is not just true for people who are getting older, but as you get older, you learn to have self-confrontation. Take a good look at who you are. Self-reformation. Change those things that you know don't work. And then self-transformation. Being the next most radiant self that we know you're capable of. Tomorrow we have our next Good Vibrations class from 11 to 1. It's Guru Purnima Day. We'll be celebrating BKS Iyengar's life and birthday and all gurus and teachers. So come and join us. And as I keep saying, we have one more space open for Mexico, February 25th to March 4th. Love to see you join us. Call me, reach out to me if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Have a great day.